Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a screenwriter's rant on Invincible. Not the movie with Mark Wahlberg, but an action movie which is basically the plot of the old comic Bloodshot. Smash, like, and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Please check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Available at Amazon.com. Kindle Unlimited is free. Now, this movie, this is the main bad guy. He's critically injured after he's doing like a, I don't know, some kind of mercenary thing, some kind of government thing. He's critically injured, so they pump him full of nanites, which save his life, but he ends up going crazy and escaping and killing a bunch of people on the way out because he's pretty much invincible with these nanites. So then they take another guy and they give him the nanites and send him after the first guy. And so it's two action stars, basically indestructible, and they try to kill each other. Johnny Strong is one of the guys, and Sally Kirkland is in this movie with Vladimir Kulich. But Johnny Strong is the main guy. So it's the exact plot of Bloodshot. I mean, that's who Bloodshot was, essentially. He was a guy who had been pumped full of nanites. Look for it in DVD and digital. Doesn't say when. He was pumped full of nanites, and it made him not totally invincible, but like he could feel pain and stuff, but he could regenerate very quickly. So this is the movie, and yeah, they tried to make it with Vin Diesel, but for some reason the movie just didn't take on, didn't work. Probably because it wasn't a very good premise to begin with. I mean, Bloodshot, I mean, the initial premise was he's kind of a mafia guy. It didn't quite work in the comics. He was just basically another superhero when you get right down to it. So, and it was all tied into the Valiant universe's overall big arching storyline, which never quite took off. Most of the Valiant stuff was okay, but it was a little convoluted in my view. It should have been simpler. It should have been way more simpler. So basically, this movie is your pretty standard action movie. Excuse me. It's going to start with this guy going on his mission. He gets shot. He gets pumped full of nanites, and then he has superpowers and runs amok and escapes. Second act, they recruit Johnny Strong to go after him, and Johnny goes after him, and Marco Zarro is the other guy. Here's Sally Kirkland. So they get Johnny Strong to go after him. This is probably Johnny's love interest, and taking him hostage. Pretty standard in one of these movies. Here they are fighting. So the second act, Johnny gets the nanites. They fight. In the third act, he takes his girlfriend hostage. I suspect there's a little more nuance in this movie than your average action movie. That the bad guy in this, Marco, has a little bit more to say than just I'm evil. He's got like a reason to go after the guys who gave him the nanites, and Johnny has a reason to basically protect them. So yeah, I mean, it'd probably be an okay movie. It looks all right. I mean, the action looks pretty standard. I mean, you know, it's not go to the theater movie for me, but it's not going to be in theaters anyway. Excuse me. It's going to be in probably some streaming service. Would I watch it? Yeah, I'd watch it. Why not? It's up my alley. It's got a lot of action. It's got a little science fiction. I mean, this could be the movie that Bloodshot should have been. You know, without all the big celebrity portion of it. Because Vin Diesel, kind of his celebrity sort of, I think, overwhelmed that movie to a certain degree. You know, you need a good balance of hero and villain. So if they had had a guy, like The Rock, face off against him, like The Rock versus Vin Diesel, that's a good matchup, right? So in a low budget movie, this matchup will make a little bit more sense. And because it's low budget, or lower budget, I should say, maybe they can throw in a few, red herrings here and there. Maybe have a bit of a twist at the end. I don't know. Maybe in the end you think he's dead and he survives, and and they turn it into a whole franchise. I don't know. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look awful. Invincible. Look for it coming soon. And that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more base takes. We got a Hollywoke hot take and a news blast. See ya in the next one.